Hello. Hey, Hedgie. Hey, Uraka. Oh, yeah. I should really set up my thing, eh? I keep forgetting. I should set up my Switch so that we can long-range missiles when the time comes. 'Tis important. Right, what the hell was I doing? I had this thing which does like 1,000,000 penetration damage, and then this is just like a single target thing, right? Yeah. Okie dokie. Oh yeah, I was gonna see if I could do the well, I can't do that. I don't have sufficient knowledge to create this. I've already got it. It has updated. Okay, well, that's a bummer. Hopefully that doesn't fuck with anything. And ruin stuff. He was filling up the challenge with using true melee weapons now. Isn't there, like, not many of them? Oh, thank you. I completely forgot. Thank you very much. I forgot. The little hat was on. There is a good amount. Okay, good. See how doable this thing is? It hits like a fucking truck. I don't know about that one, to be honest. That one might be a bit beyond where I'm at the moment. Because that is a lot of damage to... It's definitely updated. A lot of damage to me and not a lot of damage to it, which is like precisely what I don't want. So maybe not the Astral Trunks. I can try the Titan Hearts though. See if that works. That might also not be possible, which is my expectation, but I'll find out. Hey Mace, how you doing? You're decent, good. It's lots of health, 2-shot, not 3-shots for me, yeah. There's a lot of stuff I think that I have access to that I can't necessarily kill. Oh, is that just soot? Is that what I was mining there? Yeah, it's soot, but it doesn't always drop. Okay. What the fuck is this bio? This is the... whatever it's called. The Astral Infection. It's another corruption type. I don't know if it does any corrupting as such. But at least at a baseline level, yes. Well, that's pretty. Ashram Deus. The Star God. Yeah, I saw that this morning. It also seems like we might be doing an invasion on Cyberstan at like any frickin' moment now, which is kind of crazy to me. Again, not forget the fact that we already took it once at the start. This one, I also feel like I do not have the defense for this or the DPS without it taking just a disgustingly long time. So, good to know. Good to know. Good to know. Well, I gave him a go. Let's just go to the jungle and do jungle stuff, I suppose. Yeah, look, there's another one that's been broken. Oh, great. I love it when things update when I'm halfway through them and then everything just breaks. How fun. Trying to think about what I can do here that's gonna be of a big benefit to me. There was something to do with collecting a bunch of life fruit that I want to do that I think gave me like more max health or something. So I definitely want to be keeping that. Other than that, it's just a lot of stuff that I don't know the knowledge of is the issue at the moment, right? The living shards. I don't know how I mine this stuff. I guess I want to mine chlorophyte while I'm here as well. That's a good idea. They renamed it. I really wish the updates didn't happen automatically, because stuff like that really annoys me. That's like 3 or 4 items I've got in my chest now, which are just like Borg sprites. Because they changed them. Oh, I can't mine chlorophyte yet. But I have to be on Terra first. Uh-oh. Well, that's not ideal. I thought I could already do it. Good thing I did do that boss before, because I would not have been able to get the armor upgrade. make it easier. The fire elemental one. Okay, let's dump all of this water out down the bottom here, I suppose. I wouldn't mind grabbing as much of this tree as I can get as well, because I'm gonna need the wood for platforms, because that is a surprisingly large issue that I have here. At the moment. I say surprisingly large issue, like I haven't just refused to touch and cut down trees in like however many hours at this point. Completely predictable issue. Pretty sure I can, but I need a hallowed drill. I don't want to build a drill. They make a really irritating fucking noise. So apparently a titanium pickaxe. I can do it with a titanium pickaxe, but I can't do it with a shard light pickaxe. Which is better than a titanium one, though. That seems a bit wonky to me. There is a hallowed pickaxe. Okay, well, I'll have a go. I'll go have a peep at that then, I guess, because I can't actually really make an arena without it. Sacred strawberry. Oh, look at this stuff. Oh yeah, I could make the tangerine. I should probably do that. Always take at least half of your defense worth of defense damage. Defense damage takes twice as long to recover. Don't know what that means, so sure. I'll ignore it. Where's my hallowed stuff? There. Oh, I do not have a lot of it. I need 18. Okay, I'm gonna have to go mine some. Some hallowed ingots, I guess. Which I can get over here somewhere. Because it has to be underground hallow. You're decent, you did some soul combos, you had fun. Good. I'm glad you're still at the point with Guilty Gear where just doing combos is enough to sate you. I think I found the Hallow door. I was about to say how now I gotta find the bloody stuff. It's pretty obvious. Okay. I suppose a lot of the ones they've added have had like a slight glow to them or something, so you've still been able to see them. Has made it kind of easier, which is nice. I think I could technically get myself like hallowed armor here as well or something, but bleh. That is almost certainly enough. 179. Yeah. Yeah, that's enough. Do I want to build myself the armor? What does this do? It's got the reflection stuff. And has a lot more defense as well, so I'll keep what I've got. I just need one of each soul. See? Which means I actually want 6 of them. Since I want the blood as well. Make this thing. 525 maximum health. How weird. How odd. The pickaxe axe. Superior pickaxe axe. Get rid of my shard light pink. Pop that back away. I mean, I guess I might as well bring the stuff to be able to do an attempt to the potions. I only need one of those. Just in case all does go well. There's no reason not to. Might not be a terrible idea to bring a bunch of bombs and stuff as well. Shouldn't I have collected like a shitload of these? There we go. Good morning, wife. How are you? Lose your mind with the trains? You haven't gone to class in 2 weeks. Because of the trains? Have they been cancelled for 2 weeks? That's real bad. Trains are kind of like dying as a service to a degree though, right? Anywhere from 6 AM to 10 AM, after that they get mega delayed. I can't mind glorify with this. Good. That does unfortunately seem about on par with what I would expect from trains just about anywhere, to be honest. Sadly. I do think they are kind of dying a bit. Might not be the best idea to build the arena literally around the summon, but since when have I had good ideas? I assume there's no way that you can take like online classes or anything either wise. Because that would be far too convenient. Just fine. Friends are telling you what they're doing? Yeah, that sucks. Pretty sure there's a salmon. There is, yeah. But I was gonna look for a place of a natural spawn to build an arena around the natural spawn, and then if I fail, I can use the summon from that point onwards, right? It just isn't the smartest idea to build it literally around it the way I've done it, because it's gonna leave the blocks in the middle of the arena still. Because I can't destroy. The blocks underneath it until I've destroyed the summon. So that bit just wasn't the best idea, but hey. As I said, me and good ideas don't tend to rub heads too often. We do occasionally. Fewer and far between than I would like. I think maybe all the way over to here is fine. That seems good to me. How was my D&D? Cancelled. I did not feel well yesterday very suddenly. Got really nauseous and stuff. So I decided to say no. Because I did not want to be not paying attention. A bit of a shit idea as the DM to not be paying attention. I feel like. I suppose I ended up Devon. I didn't because I kind of realized I don't really need to do anything. Like, there's stuff I could do, but it's also far-flung into the future of, like, hypotheticals where they could go. I'm like, yeah, sure, I could, but... I said I should? It's because I thought I should, but then I realized I don't need to. When I started, like, oh, fine. And then thinking about it, I was like, actually... A lot of the prep that I would do by the time that they got to it would be rendered irrelevant. And I'd have to redo it. Because they'd be higher levels, different enemies would be relevant, blah 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 blah. You played some with friends, you ended up landing on an airship fabricating. But blown up before you could do anything? Yeah, that doesn't sound great. Those things have to be destroyed. ASAP. Quit and did a different op there. Seems like I'm going to be able to play some with a friend tonight, which will be fun. Which I'm glad about. love the sheer number of chicken quotes and how ridiculous they all are. That's so fucking good. Especially when they're from the bloody game dev as well. This might be a wee bit too small. I might end up having to redo this. But if so, I just will, I guess. It's not like it's particularly hard to do. Can you please target the fucking thing shooting at me? God's sake. Accidentally killed one of you. Not by way of flip. Not by way of flip. What did you manage to do instead? Tasted bumper. Ah, I see. Okie dokie, let's just sort this real quick. And ditch a bunch of the useless scrap. That can be useful at least, although I don't know how I killed a blue slime down here, but hey. Track those down. I don't have a heart lantern, but that's fine. Hopefully it's enough. We shall see. I don't really remember the fight very well, to be honest. I have maybe just remembered that I want to have a, like... platform-based bottom to the arena rather than a solid bottom, because The spiky bits that it drops in phase 2 bounce. That's a problem for a different type. DPS on that isn't actually any better because this hits multiple times. What are these things? Okay, well the stupid rapid fire shot and this is definitely different. Those don't normally happen. Nearly at the transition. There's the transition. Still firing ranged attacks as opposed to normal. Interesting. Its speed doesn't appear to have gone up as much as it normally does either. Infernum Plantera is hell? Everything in Infernum is hell. It's my understanding. That's the point. Honestly, I feel like they've made this boss easier. At least at the moment. Like, I did remember that Plantera was particularly weak to the old going round in a circle, basically, but that was a joke. Energized plant matters formed in the underground. The desert sand shift screams echo from the dungeon. So desert, the underground, which is very non-specific and everywhere. This appears to be how I get my living shards. Okay. Well, that was strangely simple. The Seedler's a material, apparently. Off a Zenith. Living shards make the Terror Blade. I can make life fruit. Interesting. Dude, that text down there is horrible. Range damage. Reaver stuff. If I get perennial bars, which is a shitload of defense, and DR, Miracle Fruit needs this life alloy. Zenith? A Monster Hunter Frontier Z Zenith? Not quite. Thankfully. Oh god. Although who knows in Inferno? Everything's probably like that at that point. Fires a botanic energy beam. What? I'm starting 13 Sentinels. How does this make me feel? It makes me feel like I should really set up my Switch, the capture card, and make that work, which I keep forgetting about. I should probably do that. I just can't be arsed. Ah! I'm looking forward to playing it though. Undoubtedly happening, yeah. Yeah. Wait, wasn't the Ankh Shield a material? Have they changed it? Was the Ankh Shield a finished item? Oh shit, I don't remember that. Maybe I should make a Terra Blade, since it combines into something here. I think the Living Dew is the only thing I care about. I need 5 Essence of Sunlight. Hey, you Dawn. How you doing? I am unable to summon a lot of energy right now. If I sound just like dead inside in response to that question, it's not because I don't care. I promise. I felt a bit sick yesterday. And then I think thankfully, because I slept for like 11 hours, I've managed to get rid of the sickness. But my body has used all its energy doing a healing, you know? Apologies. This one is the one that I care about. Ooh, grants the honey buff. My honeydew does that as well. Why does this one not have the icon, but this one does? Favoritism! Increase health regeneration by 1 point a second, increases natural regeneration by 300%, reduces damage taken by DOTs by 2 health a second. Nice! Oh god. This is for the truth, color. Okay. Which I probably should make, eh? I can't remember. But there's a part of the back of my brain that wants to remember that the set bonus for Chlorophyte is kinda shit. So I don't think I'm that interested in it. Bum bum. Bum bum. Bum bum. I think I'm just gonna save my Chlorophyte for Spectre. Whenever that rocks around eventually. Let's pop you in there. You can go in there. The living shards, I'm gonna check once more, just what I can do with them, because my brain is mush. Mush brain. What the fuck did this do? I think it used to combine with something that it no longer combines with, so I just have it for no reason. And this like auto patching is the worst. I think my this thing is still going to be more useful than the pygmies, to be honest. Although it does make an incredibly loud noise. Yeah, fuck it. Ank shield used to make that shield. They've nerfed my Ank shield then. Can't get as good as it used to be anymore. Presumably I need to find out whatever happened underground to I'm gonna put this with this. I need life alloy. I wonder if I can mine the Scaria now. I should check that. I should check that. Let's go over there. Oh, I should have brought a... Hey, you know what? That's for people who have common sense and use logic and stuff. I can just tank the damage. It's fine. I'm pretty sure I might even out-regen the amount of damage this can do to me anyway. If I get into the depths quickly enough, I don't think I even need oxygen anymore. Oh, okay. I insta-die to the worms instead. Okay, I need the gills then. Okie dokie. The gills is not optional. Tis in fact required. I guess I could bring one of those as well. I'm gonna assume it's a water leaf, but beyond that point, I don't have the fucking foggiest. I did a coral. Okay. Right, again, except this time it works. Probably should have brought a flipper potion as well, but once again, that would have been smart, and there's a quote about that. It's way further down. Okay. I still cannot mine it. Jesus. Well, alrighty then. So that leaves me blindly roaming the underground, which is just a humongous amount of territory, to try and find a biome. Or going into the jungle temple. There was also the desert. Although the desert's fucked, because it's entirely corrupted, but I guess I can have a peep. What the hell? Desert spirits. Interesting. It's like a ghoulie thing up there as well. It's the ghoulie thing. Underground were real. I don't. Well, if it was like this, it'd be terrible. There'd be people doing all sorts of dumb stuff like cave diving and getting stuck and then dying horrifically or something. Wouldn't that be just horrendous? Wouldn't want that, would we? So far, at least, I'm not really seeing much of any difference, except for the fact that there's a few more enemies down here. Not anything that would have been worthy of getting the last chat message pop up. At least. did say something about the sand shifting, I think, right? The desert sand shifts intensely. So maybe it's specifically when there's a dust storm. I did get ancient cloth from that. Don't remember if that's a base game material or not. So I have a terrible memory. I'm getting a bit scared of this, right? Because I've got, like, what, golem? Golem, then... Cultist, Pillars, and Moonlord. Titron, technically, I suppose. And I'm out of base game stuff that I know, and I am purely into the realm of what Calamity wishes to torture me with. I don't know anything at that point, which is scary. Unfortunately, the map doesn't update in real time. I mean, it says energized plant matter, so it makes sense to me that that would spawn somewhere near the underground jungle. Whether it does or not, it's an entirely different beast. The underground is like the top 500, right? Oh no. The top 600. If it's being very specific, the underground is only the top 600 blocks. Below surface. So maybe that's not too horrendous to check, but I'm imagining that it's not being that specific and it just means underground, not underground. Depends, was it capitalized? It's not capitalized. And it's not the underground, just underground. Might as well mine this stuff whenever I come across some of it. Gonna need a lot. Probably. I don't know if I will, I'm just assuming. the other one? Dungeon. I cannot really recall from a dungeon perspective if there's anything that I really care about much as a melee. Since I don't care to use the Paladin shield, which is probably the big benefit that you would get from it. Or like the Paladin's hammer is powerful, I suppose, but that's a pretty rare drop. So maybe just ectoplasm is all I care for there. Hey Phoenix, how you doing? Never get into it, you think it was the controls and menuing that was a bit much for you? That's fair. No sense of direction to guide you what the heck you were supposed to do. Yeah, the guide gives you vague hints, but that's it. Otherwise, this game is like very hands-off with what the fuck you are meant to do. Sometimes very nice, because you get, you know, to explore and stuff and discover things. Sometimes it's frustrating as fuck, because you get to a point where you're like, well, guess I just have to have a wiki open if I want to play this game. Similar. See, it's funny because I tried Starbound and I just could not get into it for the life of me. A lot of people were saying it's like, oh, it's similar and stuff. It's quite similar, and I'm like, these games are so different, other than visually. The fuck was that? I think the only thing that looks similar between them, in my opinion, is just the visuals, and that's it. Funnily enough, one of the big things for me that was kind of like hard to deal with in Starbound, I think, was the menuing. Probably one of those things of like whichever one you play first, it gets stuck in you, and then you struggle with the other one, right? Time to go through this hellhole of a place. Oh, there was something jumping on me. Balls. Starbound is a lot more sci-fi-y, right? If I remember as well. Which is definitely, at least for my taste, not Not preferable. You like have a spaceship and you fly to other planets and stuff. So they're just so different as games to me. I remember for the longest time, people just called Terraria like a Minecraft clone. Like Terraria just copy-pasted Minecraft. And then Starbound came out. And people just called that a Terraria clone. If you actually play any of them, like, they're just not similar at all. Really. Get an easier time on the menus. You ever changed it up with mods after you completed a vanilla playthrough? A lot of people do that with this as well, right? People who call it a Minecraft clone and never played it, yeah. I think people who call Terraria a Minecraft clone are just like blind. Because you clearly don't even have like basic visual comprehension. It's not even the same number of fucking dimensions, like. One of them's a 3D game, the other one's a 2D game. If it was a clone, it's failed on the first basic possible step. One focuses far more on combat. Yeah. It really is just people who haven't like looked at it for more than 2 seconds. Which is about how everyone makes their opinions on the internet, so it tracks. It does track. I should maybe have bought a danger sense in here. It's like the only time in the game where they're useful. Just godforsaken dungeon. Nowadays clone just means the genre is the same. Yeah. And has maybe a vaguely familiar visual style as well. You can never get into Terraria's combat. It's not for everyone, I think. And unfortunately, I think Terraria kind of suffers from the aspect of the combat doesn't really kind of become good fun until you get a whole bunch of the movement-based stuff, like Hermes boots and Cloud in the Bottle. But the amount of time you would need to play the game for to be able to get those would put you past the point where you can refund it. So it turns into a like, oh, the combat gets good in like 40 hours, trust. I promise, you know? In a long-term development standpoint, definitely derelict. Minecraft didn't really do a lot. Compared to Terraria. This year's the 20th anniversary of Titan Quest. That was the progenitor, like Diablo game, right? Action, dungeon action RPG, whatever you want to call that. Dungeon crawler type thing. Oh, Diablo was first. For some reason I thought that one was. Never know what you're getting hurt by half the time. This dungeon specifically has a lot of traps, which are very hard to see. You can see these things in the ceiling here, these little blocks like this right here. If I stand on a pressure plate, they drop. Like spiky balls. That kind of do a lot of damage. You can see the spiky balls activated there. Titan Quest introduced a lot of people. Oh, okay, cool. You remember the traps were lame? A lot of people don't like the traps, yeah. I'm not the biggest fan, but I do like that they make it, you can't just be brain dead. Doesn't mean anything to me. I'm assuming that's an AoE buff type thing. I think the last time when we were talking about PoE, and I found out that your character functionally just gets like whole ass deleted every season, I was like, fucking nah. It really pushed me off the idea of ever even playing it. At least if you wanted to play with the new stuff. I get why they did it, because of what people said, like, the stuff that they introduce every time is, like, very much overhauling the game experience, so... It feels very, it's very high commitment. At that point. Very, very high commitment. I personally didn't like Starbound, but a lot of people seem to really enjoy it. I remember Crone really liked it. That's fine. I got all the way down there. A death whistle summons the Ravager. One of the few sounds the flesh golem still recognizes. What the fuck? I mean, something being referred to as a flesh golem isn't particularly encouraging. To say the least. I don't need these. Night owls can go in the potion chest. That can go into the melee weapons. That can be quick stacked into the bin. It's the wrong chest for that. This can go into it. God. Well, the lizard chests and the furnace can both go into furniture. The rest of it can stay on me. And let's take the things for a boss fight. Just in case I decide to do it. Which I probably will. Oh, I can't actually build the altar this way, can I? I don't have a, this corruption is not real corruption. This corruption is irritating corruption. Force spawned. There is no handy dandy little thingy for me. Oh well. I'm pretty sure I need to kill the golem before I can get broken hero swords anyway, so I think I should just do that, then try and do an eclipse, and then maybe I can get that 200 something damage Terra Blade upgrade that was there. Might not be a terrible idea. Might not be the worst. Push them into a vanilla state of the game, yeah. But then you like can't use that character again, right? For the new season. So if you want to keep up with the new stuff, it functionally like deletes your character. Because you have to start over again every time. That's a lot of commitment. Very good for the people who want to keep replaying and reliving the same game over and over again, but with just like new stuff in it every time. It's fantastic for that. I just got perennial ore from that slime. Is the biome around here somewhere? Or is it just mined in forests? I see some here as well. I can mine this, the perennial ore. Why is it here, specifically? Is it just near the bottom of the jungle? I thought it was going to be in the new biome the game mentioned. Because that just made a whole bunch of sense. But then, no, it's just here? For some inexplicable reason. It does even say, like, perennial detected nearby. Whole freaking bunch of it there. Where am I at depth-wise? Most of the way down there. Just near bottom of jungle, I guess. Not on the list anymore. I feel like this game does a poor job of, or this mod, I should say. Even more so than the base game does a very poor job in terms of, like, hinting where you can go and what you can do and stuff. And that's a problem the game has anyway, so to be worse is... I like that it doesn't outright tell you, but they knew in hard mode when they made it that it got a bit too convoluted. That's why they gave the hints, right? Like screams echo from the dungeon and stuff. I didn't even have any idea the ship was here. Maybe that one's just on me and I missed it at some point. Or maybe it's where it said that's like deep lush was now spawning in the underground. Maybe this is what it meant and not like a new biome. That would maybe actually make a lot of sense. And at which point I take back my critique. Wish I could scroll the chat log to see what the message said again. Because it does not seem to be limited to just the jungle, it seems to be bloody everywhere, so... I think that might just be the case, you know? Okay, well, I'll take it back. Like I can just hear coins down there. Not even in pro. You actually finished shit. Well done. What did you do? I suppose you are still in education, though, right? So, I would hope so, anyway. You've been finishing shit. Why are you there? No, what's the time at this point? Yeah. A Titan glove. Did I kill a mimic? Oh, I might have killed a mimic in here before and then didn't pick up the drops. Because I got 2 magic daggers as well. That does seem very plausible. Considering my inventory fills up in approximately half a fucking second all the time now. Okay, from what I can tell, all of the traps are dealt with here. So let's start getting this arena going. Fucking dash button. Get off me. What is that coin noise over there? It's so irritating. What is that thing? Again? That's the second time I've seen that now. And it's ran away. Interesting. Interesting. I sense shenanigans afoot. Hope me destroying the altar didn't fuck with anything too much there. Pretty sure you can't get it before Golem. That's what I'm pretty sure of as well, is that it's a post-Golem thing. You can get solar eclipses, but you can't actually get the, like, materials, right? Is what I want to remember. You can? Really? I thought you had to be able to get the moth to spawn, though, and the moth couldn't spawn pre-golem, right? Shall keep that for useful. Although I suppose they might have changed it in Calamity. The adamant forge, okay. Even in vanilla? Really? Oh, it's post Terra. Okay. That would explain it. Increases more damage the lower your life is. All attacks inflict venom. Okay. Increases fishing power. Provides a fishing minigame. Some wings that can fuck right off. It's just interesting, like movement speeds, tanky, or mining armor. Requires bait, 2 lines at once. The life alloy I still need the scoria for. To make a bestial pickaxe. Tree melee damage. Sprouts forms from enemies on hit. Summon Petal from the sky. I mean, I can try the Claymore at least, and it turns out to be an actual, like, ranged weapon. I just won't give a shit about it. Oh, sorry, turns out to actually be a melee weapon. Yeah, I don't care about it. Imagining I'm probably going to stick with what I've got here in terms of that stuff. But I am definitely interested in this. Defense-wise, goes from 65 to 80. Set bonus-wise, I lose shitloads of damage. My movement speed actually goes up. I get extra max life. And a ton of regen. Set bonuses that enemies are more likely to target me. Reduces the life regen lost from damage over time debuffs. And 30% decreased movement and flight speed. And if I get damaged, I get Reaver Rage. I don't like the decreased movement speed. Don't know how I feel about those. To be honest. I'll give it a go, but I'm not a fan of that decreased movement speed at all. Dodging is always better than having more defense. Only other thing I care about this for is the life alloy, which I can't get yet because I need the other stuff. And I don't think I really care about this for anything either. Other than the this thing, the Terraria. Well, that requires Eulid Bloom bars. Eulid Bloom. I don't know what that is either, so fuck me, I guess. My damage has gone down by an insane amount. I'm gonna keep this with me just to see how it is. Guess this is just gonna be chucked into some random ass chest because it's nothing now. Apparently they just removed a bunch of shit with this update. I can see what if this builds into anything like useful. Not that I would care for, okay. This time I go over there, I go kill the golem, but I hopefully do not get distracted. By some random shit I've not seen before popping up. In the perennial ore. Well, I've immediately been distracted if this does something different. Although, so far it just seems like a normal sandstorm. Just seems like a normal sandstorm to me. Quite nice. I think that was damage increased by 5 or 5%, and defense increased by 25%, that buff. It did say if I like hovered over this road. Increased damage and defense, it says here. Defense increased by 5, damage increased by 10. I don't know how much of a fan of this armor I am, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna use it for a wee bit, but I don't like the idea that essentially all of the move speed that I've gained is gone. Oh, I do want the, I want the thingies. I want these. I think I needed 5 of them. I can't quite remember. The Spelunker's glow sticks I needed for something. Fuck knows what, but I vaguely remember I needed 5 of them for something. Although seemingly with the amount of changes that Calamity has undergone since the update has happened now, that's potentially just entirely wrong. Home sweet home, nice. Fired that bolt at me. There's so many questions. That's up there. Inventory is all sorted now. These bridges are done. Just put torches down over all of this terrain, and hopefully all should be good. And there goes one of my fucking Spelunkers basics. 2 of them, apparently. Hopefully I don't need them. Replace this bloody altar. And I am going to wait for my potion to come off cooldown before I summon this guy in. My health regen is ridiculous though. Holy shit. I don't know what the challenge for archaeologist was, but I've done that. Apparently. Apparently I've done that. Get that feather fall off right now. That's going to be an issue. Look at the debuffs. Oh my god. I'm doing like 3 debuffs at once for some reason. I don't even know what 2 of them are. I know I'm doing Curse Flame and I think like Shadow Flame or something, right? No, not even Shadow Flame. I don't know. Jesus, okay. Golem doesn't normally do that. Pretty easy to remember him doing. I think this fight is going to be relatively easy, just like a lot of fights in this. It's just going to take a really, really long time. Because everything has a billion health. Maybe I should try using this. Does not seem to have better DPS at all. You know what you're around me thinking about? I don't. I couldn't even fathom a guess. Hey! A good thing to randomly think about, for sure. Hello, Fredo. I do remember that, yep. I also remember that. That game was wild. The night game. My damage is less. This is going to take forever. And it's kind of fucking boring. This is a theme that is developing within Calamity. Things just take longer than they need to. And I'm sure it's because you can put silly amounts of damage out with certain things that I just don't have. But man, does it make things kind of just feel tedious. Anything else is kind of like, yeah. I don't really want to sit there and just consume the fucking wiki page. You know? How's Terraria? Slow. A plague has befallen the jungle. Okay. Oh, shit. Sorry. My thing snuck its way under my chair there. The Aegis. Striking an enemy with a blade causes an urban eruption. Right-click to fire a bolt. I got the fist. Do fisting now. Scoria! Okay. No. That's the answer to that. Right, what am I doing? I don't want that. The ranged weapon can go, the magical weapon can go. The pickaxes can go. The toy can go into vanity, I guess. Please don't make me extend this house again. Nope, it's not useful for anything anymore. Glad I went and got a bunch of those. I need... How much of this? 8? 12. I would need 18 if I can get myself full turtle armor. Probably preferable to this, to be honest, then I can upgrade it to beetle. Hi there. I don't want this shit on me. Let's just recheck all of my stuff because now everything's different. I still don't know how to get this stuff, the Blood Pact or the Bloodstone Core or the Ascendant Spirit stuff, so not relevant. These need Souls of Flight and Luminite bars. Flight time's 2.67, which is what this has got. 38. 46 for 86. They're a lot better than that. They're also materials too. It's pretty sweet. I'm gonna put that at the bottom because that's a completed item. I do need Scuria for this, okay. And then this, I need the Scuria, but it's for the life alloys, but I also need the solar fragments, which I don't have yet. Okay. Did I ever pick up? I have 2 turret shells? Okay, let's go back to the jungle. I'll get myself another turret shell so I can make myself full beetle. And I can find out what the plague was as well. Then I can go mess with the Scoria in order to upgrade my accessories. Then I can do... a solar eclipse to get myself... what do you call it? plague charger. It does infect me with the plague. They drop plague cell canisters. Okay, the right click of this does not make the thing happen. Only the left click for like urban explosion. What the fuck? What's the thing that said it's not a muff? A Veerling bug? Didn't see what that was. A plague shell? There's a lot of unique enemies for whatever this plague thing is. It's high ranking, whatever it is. The rarity of the items are very up there, which makes sense if you have to be going for it. Just need myself one more turret, please. There's a turtle over there. Please, sir, a turtle shell. For the poor slow man. I want my movement speed back. I think the Vita Lava will give me my movement speed back. I mean, it does a disgusting amount of damage in melee. This Aegis. A melter? I don't think the plague does any damage to me because of my equipment. I assume it's meant to do damage over time, but I think because of what I've got— oh my god! What I've got on it doesn't actually do anything. Can't see what it's called. Plague Bringer? Seems very much like it's Queen Bee, but not. Interesting. Tell you what, definitely a downside of this though is how accurate I have to be in terms of like hitting the enemy dead on to get the hit on them. Just gives me a bunch of plague cells, huh? Nothing fancy? Okay. Interesting. Well, I also got myself a beam sword. Can't make that. Definitely need more damaging accessories, but all of my accessories are defensive so that I stay alive. Right, what the hell is this shit? All attacks inflict the plague, reduce damage taken from the plague by 50%. Plague is 50 DPS. Plague bees douse you in honey when damaged. The amalgam. Not even worth looking at. This is summoner armor. Or ranged armor. Summons the Plaguebringer Goliath when used in the jungle. You do not have the knowledge to create this. The jungle schematic must be deciphered. Okay. Well, that's certainly a thing that exists. I don't need them. Boss bits can go you and you. I don't really need this thing. That's the wrong chest. It's in here. And then I want my turret shells. For which I need an absolutely preposterously massive amount of chlorophyte, which I don't believe I have. Oh, never mind, I might do. Although I'm definitely going to go have to mine some more at some point. Okay, the beetle helmet. I want the less defense one. Do I want the less defense one or the more defense one? How much is this giving? 23, 18, and 20. Would be a slight defensive downgrade. I lose 3% damage and 6% movement speed, but gain 12 defense. I mean, I've got the defensive equipment, so accessories, so maybe I can take the more offensive option here. My defense goes down by 9. But I have all of this fucking movement speed. And now I have more damage again. I think that's fine. Still got a lot more defense than I had before when I was wearing the other set, but now I'm not crippled on movement speed. That doesn't go in there, it goes in this one. Okay, I found out what that does. That's sorted. Let's go and make... Oh, I need to find out what that, like, Mecha Goliath thing was as well. One thing at a time. Let's make this and then go to the ocean. And mine that scoria. I have the death whistle to summon the Ravager. Which is later's problem. What did this turn into? Oh, I can't make it, right, yeah. I want myself Gills and Flipper. There's a Gills. That's a Featherfall. I don't know if I have any Flipper potions. I don't know what I need to make Flipper potions. Hello. I also don't know what they look like. But there we go. A Shiverthorn and a Waterleaf. That's pretty easy. Let's make a few of these, actually. Just in case I have to end up doing this trip multiple times. 5's good enough. Hopefully this will be a nice, easy one and done, but I would not be surprised if me, like, mining the Scoria ends up with the things, the worms or whatever they were in the deep, just like ripping me to 1,000 fucking pieces and suddenly I'm dead as fuck or something. Oh no, don't do damage to me with the sulfur poisoning. What will I do? Oh no. God, I've already been playing through for 2 hours. Time does fly by when this game is here. I'm not gonna lie. Time absolutely disappears. Okay, I was hoping that coming up here would be enough to, like, remove the thingy, but seemingly not. Temple pick is a revolutionary step. It's something I definitely appreciate, because it deals with one of the things I was saying earlier, where it's like, Terraria is very bad at, like, giving you directions on where to go a lot of the time. And they definitely realize that in hard mode, because it gets a bit, like, obtuse what you need to do without the directions. So getting a pickaxe that's just like, hey, yo, go here, you can mine Scoria now, dumbass. It's very helpful. Since I've been checking this place to see if I can mine this after, like, every single bloody upgrade that I get for a pickaxe. Since it's needed for so many things. Cool. Gloria bars. How many? Yes. Seismic handpick is the same strength, so I don't really care. Whole flyer flamberge. We do love a good flamberge. Fires a spread of volcanic fireballs. I'll build myself one of them, sure. That could be pretty good damage if those count as individual projectiles. If all of those hit for 120, that's gonna be a lot. Like a lot. Put this in here because I would like to see what that becomes. Let's take this and take this. I can finally get a fucking upgrade from 12% increased damage to 14%. Woo! And my melee attacks will inflict hellfire. Now I need Ascendant Spirit Essence. Which is not on the table right now. I think that's all I can do in terms of upgrades. Diamond of the Deep requires a bunch of shit I don't have. The Sigil of Calamitas. Magic damage. The Void of Extinction? What the fuck? Hydrothermic armor. 33 defense? Holy shit! Grants immunity to lava, just 13% increased damage. Well, I guess I'm changing my armor again already. Glad I put all of the effort in to build that beetle armor. Ah! This is 20 and 14, which means it's only a 4 downgrade, but it's going to be a 9 upgrade. Or 10 upgrade. That's fucking absurd. That's too much text and I can't build it at the moment. Looks pretty easy, just the ore and the hell souls? Yeah, it's incredibly easy. The problem will probably be that I need to go and collect more ore. Where the fuck? Oh, did I need something else for the... Did the chest need more than one Havoc? It did. Did they remove the beetle set effect? No, I've got the offensive beetle set effect, so I think it only builds up if I'm actively dealing damage to things. So defensive-wise, I go up by 6. Movement speed goes up by 4% there, and I get 9% crit chance. I just get straight 13% damage, but I lose movement speed. Increase melee speed, melee damage, and melee crit chance. Enemies more likely to target me. Melee hits and projectiles cause chaos flames to erupt on enemy hits. Inferno effect when below 50% life. You emit a blazing explosion when you are hit. Okay. So I think I now have 3 separate effects that cause enemies to get set on fire when I'm hit. Or when I hit them. Because apparently I'm stacking fire damage somehow. I don't know how that came to pass, but it did. I can't build this because I need the solar fragments. Enrages outside the firewalls. Magic, magic, magic. Melee. Arc of the Elements. Does 714 damage. $6,342 true melee damage. Don't even know you get half this shit, man. I could build this. Lucretia. Very slow. Fires a spiraling dark light shards. Hits with the blade itself build the energy. The energy is lost after time, but briefly stops depleting. After reaching its maximum, right-click with maximum energy to fire a double helix comet. You know, sometimes there's too many words. mean, I guess I can build the Lucretia and the Miracle Fruit. So I'm gonna need 5, 10, which is astoundingly the exact amount that I built. I can't do anything with a living do yet, which is a shame. All I got was like a what, 2% damage increase from that stuff? Oh god. Thankfully the armor's probably a damage increase as well. And the weapon will hopefully be helpful, but who knows about that. I need an extra soul of light. I don't actually have enough. Then I'm gonna need falling stars as well. Let me go get some souls of light. So lost, man. The house explosion, house inside, now outside. Did I blow up my house all the time? Don't worry about it. The house will be fine. Oh, this might have been a DPS increase. The unpleasant flamberg. Hellfire flamberge. I already had one of these, I think. That's what I upgraded into one of my weapons that I have, otherwise. I think this can replace this, and this is going to be there for now. I'm struggling to keep up with all this stuff at this point, man. I ain't got the brain for this. All I know is I blow up now. That's nice, I guess. No souls in here. Unfortunate. Wait, am I immune to lava now? When did I become fully immune to lava? Is that this hour? I don't know, but I appear to be fully immune to lava now. I can't see that this makes me immune to being on fire, but not to lava. I was already immune to being on fire. I don't like this worm that keeps stalking me. Why are you stalking me? Go kill it then. I can't. It runs away super quickly. Yeah, I already built that. This was... No, it's not. In your pop. This goes into here. Even though technically it can't be upgraded. I needed 5 of these, 5 of these. I need some stars. And then I needed some other stuff that I can't remember. A godly Lucretia. That makes a pretty sick sound effect, not gonna lie. I mean, it's definitely a damage upgrade. Guidey boy, what the fuck was I using this for? Remind me, please. It was the fruit, right? Yeah, I need the life essence and a thingy. Like this. Bob. I have 550 health now. Because I'm special. I've used the miracle fruit, and I've used the sanguine tangerine, which is just fun to say. I guess I'm just gonna pop these other 2 ones away into melee weapons because I don't really need them anymore. This can go up here. The solar fragment thingy-majiggy can go into, I guess, just the mob drops, because it does technically just drop from mobs. Then I want myself a tablet, and I want it to be daytime. Oh, it drastically accelerates now? Okay. They changed it. And then we do that. Make it dark again. Wings of Evil is a picture. I got a picture from my Mothra. Thank you. So much. Okay, so my sword just has the fucking laser beam, basically. What more do you need to know, I guess? It's done so much damage! And I just get that buff for free if I ever go below half health. That's kinda crazy. There's a broken hero sword. One of the 17 million that I need. dead. Dude, that's hitting in the thousands of damage numbers. That's absurd. My life bar looks funny. Yeah, it's because I've used some of the Calamity specific items that give me more max health. So I actually have 550 maximum instead of 500. And I think I can get myself up to a new maximum of 600 instead. Oh, I should eat this. I don't even need to hit them with melee attacks from what I can tell. This thing is absurd. Golem was worth it, yeah. Although the power didn't necessarily come from Golem itself, amusingly. There's another Broken Hero Swords, which is good. I do need to hit specifically melee attacks to be able to use the Beam of Death, okay? I think if I get myself 4 Broken Hero Swords, I'll just end the event. The sword is worse than the one you crafted with multiple projectiles. Do you reckon? Because this one has the range, which is worth a lot more to me. That one's range kind of capped out like here. And also didn't have that. That shit is insane in this mod. Every time you feel like you got a handle on stuff just goes ridiculous. The beam incentivized me to go close to enemies. Oh, I don't even care about the beam. The beam is a nice benefit, but I'm not going to use it. Unless it just magically charges of its own volition. Like there, I don't even know how it got charged. But I would have to be close for enemies for the other weapon if I wanted to be able to hit it as well, right? Because if it's relatively short range. Unless they're chasing me, they'd probably run into it most of the time, but... I have another marker, please. I know I got very lucky and I've already killed like 4 of them, but can I have another one, please? I feel absolutely no remorse just deleting these vanity items. I don't need that many of them. ultimately unnecessary. Oh, there we go. Okay. I really think I need 3 though, man. I don't know if I do, but me gut's telling me I need 3. Isn't this like very slow speed? Yeah. Apparently this is very slow. Which, don't know if I would quite agree with, to be honest. There we go. Right, now I can do this to just end the solar eclipse. There we go. You like that stuff? This one? Nice little summon. I like my glacial embrace a lot. Not sure how relevant it is. Who the fuck knows? It doesn't feel like much of anything is relevant in Calamity. The sunstone you have to get from the golem, if I recall. And I don't know how much I really care about it. Just gonna sell all the vanity stuff. It's rogue damage. That's a material. I'll keep 2 moonstones just in case I decide to care about that. I don't think I need to give a shit about the Batwing either. Upgrades into werewolf mama. There was an upgrade here that that allowed you to get the sun and the moon thing combined. So that you just had permanent buffs of both of them all of the time. The moonstone and the sun trinket, whatever it's called. So I need the True Knight Sense, the True Excalibur. Now, wild, truly wild statement right here. To get the True Excalibur, I have to build the Excalibur in the first place. So I should probably do that. I think I already have the True Knight Sedge. I do it shameful though. I need the souls? I don't. What do I need to get the true Excalibur? Glorify? Just 12 Glorify bars. True Excalibur. There's the Terrorblade. The Terrorblade be Terrorbladed. Yep. And then I could decide to build that in. Zenith is a fucking material? What do you mean Zenith is a material? I can't build that anyway. This is 133 melee damage. This is 276. This is clearly better for like coverage. So I'm going to keep them both. That's so dumb. I only needed 2 as it turns out. Then you have the new update to do that, so probably something else. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised. I am really annoyed that the update, like, automatically installed itself. Really genuinely, like, irritates me. My heart. It just did itself. I still have the old crafting UI. Oh no, there was a Calamity update, not a Terraria update. I haven't updated my team mod loader, which I think is what would be relevant for that. Calamity itself just had an update. How much I have 19 platinum, okay. Godly is good enough. Legendary is the best one, but oh. Well, never mind. Okay, you can do warding, sure. Oh no, quick is what I wanted. Fuck it, warding. Why not? Warding again. Okay. I think they've made it so that the rarer buffs are easier to get the further you are in the game, because that luck was absurdly good. To get that many, like, really high rarity things seems unreasonable. How quickly I got 2 legendaries there and then the rest of it as well doesn't seem right. I think I could probably do this Titan Heart thing, although it did do a buttload of damage to me, but maybe. Okay, the infernal damage does enough to insta-kill them. That's so dumb. You're gonna buy Terraria? It's a good game. One order, 2 orders of orbital strikes for your Goblin Stinker's location. Give us the coordinates. Wire the payment for it will be with you any moment. You love this game. It's a very good game. I'm making a very bold assumption here. That the weapon called Starlight, or whatever it was called, probably going to come from one of the Astral, aka Star, bosses. Truly insane, like, extrapolation of logic, I know, but... Oh no, don't do 1 damage to me. I might be mildly upset. Don't do it. I just realized it's gonna go daytime. No, it's gonna rain. I think for the sake of this boss, the Terrorblade is definitely the better shout. Due to its piercing. Could be a significant boon. Maybe you got further than you thought, yeah. Or the terrifying thing is, how much is there fucking left? Menacing? Oh my god, that's terrible. 2 platinum. That's rough as fuck, man. Sounds like the Tinkerer though, sometimes he just chooses violence. You can't craft the emblems. I think they only come from the Wall of Flesh. In normal Terraria, at least, anyway, right? Oh, it split into 2, and it got all of its fucking hit points back? Excusez-moi? Well, at least at half the length. That makes dodging a wee bit easier. Fuck. I might be dead here. Right after I said dodging a wee bit easier. Kind of funny. Whee! Come on, health regen. Do the wonders that I know you can. I believe in you. Ow. I still believe in you, but... I should not have. I think that's doable. But I don't know if it's a good idea. Why yeah, the god of the stars decided to be a worm? It's a great fucking question, right? God of the stars and you went worm? I want to figure out what this bollocks is, but... Oh my god, look at all these planters. That would have been great to have earlier. The material? Crazy. Yep. This is Calamity upgrade, but this is the Calamity update, but not the Terraria update. The OG new stuff isn't included yet? I don't believe so. I'm like the worst person to ask though. All I know is that Calamity at the very least has had an update, and it's fucking annoying. I don't know what that means. Once again. This makes a gun. Consumes souls as ammo. Like you do, I guess. Need a charging station. You have to do the sunken sea schematic before you can decrypt the planetoid schematic. Apparently. I have to switch games now. something I'm going to want to do? Yeah, I've unfortunately realized that. Although I wish I didn't. Okay, that's Terraria done for today. You're just here for Terraria. I will be back with more Terraria tomorrow. Otherwise, I'm going to chuck this up for an incredibly brief period of time. And I'm just going to switch the game, and then we're going to play Risk of Rain Returns. This is just so it's easier for me to find it in the VOD.